I don't know where I lost you, but I'm going to read what the Tower means. Unexpected change, chaos, the rug pulled from beneath your feet, beliefs challenged, new awareness and perspectives, destruction, being unsure of who you are, and in chaos, I move toward the brightest light, is what the affirmation is. So we're going to move on from the tarot, and we're going to get what your native spirit wants you to know. Actually, yeah, what your native spirit wants you to know. Spirit of air and warrior of the heart. It's funny because I'm a Gemini, which is air, and my spirit animal is a polar bear. So it's interesting. Very interesting. Trickster, red fox, smudging ceremony, trickster again, my kitten scratching at my leather couch. That's not okay. Anyways. Eagle medicine. Spirit keeper of the West. Storyteller. White buffalo. Okay. And at the bottom we have elder. So the card meaning for storyteller is live larger than life, make the most of every experience you can. You can choose the meaning that you give events. Find interpretations that empower you rather than diminish you. Be the storyteller and the hero of your own life. Give your personal story empowering meanings. Your native spirit wants you to know, around the evening campfire, clan members always look forward to the storyteller recounting events of the daily happenings. This is on page 101 of the tribe. Even the most mundane event took on a vibrancy in the expert hands of an experienced storyteller. The storyteller card chose you to remind you to be the champion of your own personal myth. Be the central character. Don't live life according to the needs and expectations of others. Don't be a bit player in your own story. The journey. Take an event in your life that gave a disempowering meaning and find a way to rescript it so that the interpretation of the same story is one in which you are the hero. And the white buffalo. Ooh. It's on page 122 and 123. The card meaning: abundance and security. Oh, it goes on to 124 too. Abundance and security are flowing into your life. All things are possible. Balance and harmony prevail. You may be called upon to stand up for others, but you can do this because you have the support of many beings in the spirit realm. Your native spirit wants you to know, in the Native American traditions, there are prophecies about the coming of the white buffalo, especially among the Lakota, Dakota, and Nakota, or the Sioux. There's a legend that white buffalo calf woman, a mystical being, came to the people a very long time ago when they were out of balance. She gifted the people with a sacred bundle containing the white buffalo calf pipe to help restore the balance. Upon leaving, the white buffalo calf woman prophesies that she will return at the end of an age, and that she will appear as a white buffalo calf. In recent times, white buffalo calves have been born, leading many to believe that this is the beginning of a new time. When this card chooses you, it's an honor, for it speaks of a time of miracles and balance in all things. You are a channel for the greater forces in the universe. With their help, all is possible, but without it, things can be a struggle. Surrender to support from the Great Spirit. You do not have to do everything alone. The journey. Shapeshift into the white buffalo, and the energy this card brings will multiply tenfold. Imagine that you can feel the power in your muscles and the fecund earth beneath your hooves. Feel the weight of your horns and the warmth of your hide. This calls the deeper energies of white buffalo into your life. An elder. The card meaning is confidence, entering your power, standing strong. You are a leader, stepping into the light. Let your truth be heard and felt by others. Make a stand in life. You carry deep inner wisdom. You are a teacher and a leader in the deepest sense of the words. You are a beacon for others. Your native spirit wants you to know. In native cultures, the elders, tribal chiefs, and clan leaders are looked to for advice and leadership. When this card chooses you, it's time to step into your leadership role. This is on page 46 and 47. An elder walks the path, stomps the grass down, and throws the boulders out of the way so that the path is easier for others. Sometimes you might find yourself alone or tired, but know that what you're doing is making a difference in the lives of many. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve, supporting others to reach their dreams. Even if you've been in the background in the past, right now it's your turn to step forward and become the light for others. The journey. Being an elder and a tribal leader means speaking your truth, even if it's hard or even if you're afraid. If there's anyone you need to stand up to, this is the time. Being a leader means supporting others, so if there's anyone you need to support or make amends with, this is the time. Wow, very powerful. And I was feeling the energy around when I was reading from the White Buffalo card that Native Aboriginal people, Indigenous folk, I am an Indigenous, like to live their lives supporting the next 7 generations, you know, and we think about what 7 generations ago was going through to get us to where we are today. So that's something to be mindful of. We're going to go on to Sacred Awakening cards. And actually, I want to go into these, but just to kind of flow nicely, I want to grab an animal spirit card for you for after our native spirit cards. Let's just touch into these ones. Ooh. We have Cobra, and look at that. So there's Camel. And it's flipped wrong. You notice this. I also have a few here that are flipped wrong as well. What are these ones? Bee, dolphin, phoenix, sea serpent, frog. So, let's go on to reading, and then there's cobra at the bottom, and frog now at the bottom. Swan, spider, and swan again. Maybe you're blossoming into a swan, and maybe you need to know that spider's web is there protecting you. And there's a raccoon. Maybe you've seen a raccoon lately, and that's just confirming that this reading is for you. The dragon. What's this one? The elk. Unicorn at the bottom. Let's flip the top. The phoenix. So let's read these. Dragon is seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate, and this is on page 188 and 189, and it'll go on to 190 and 191. So it's universe. This one's a universe one too. Okay. The external world as well as our inner world. Okay, it watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. It's got a picture. The dragon and the third chakra. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center, in the Manipura chakra. Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. And then we have Phoenix. Freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. It says the phoenix represents the transformation of our past. Oh, and it's on page 180, 181, and it goes on to 182 and 183. So It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The phoenix employs an advantage technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication, tapas. The essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great birds help us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge as the stagnancy continues to smolder. The phoenix lifts our spirits up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign the fire of transformation is upon your wings. And it has a picture of an eye. And it says the phoenix in the first chakra. The ancient yogis believed that our heaviest karmas reside in the first chakra. This earthen center is also called Muladhara, or our root. The ascent of the phoenix begins here, and as the entanglement of karmas is slowly burned, it rises from the ash toward the navel center. Again and again, it makes this journey from first to third chakra, purifying our essence, freeing us from the past. And then we have the elk. Is earth. Stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. It's on page 78 and 79. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst lives. Many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. When in balance, supportive, kind, consistent. When out of balance, pretentious, high and mighty. To bring into balance, eat and drink more consciously. Well, I know we all could be doing that, right? Okay. We're going to go into Sacred Awakening cards. These are so powerful. I mean, all of my cards. Oh, and maybe unicorn at the bottom. Maybe you want to read that one as well. It's another spirit card. Spirit's really coming through for you guys today. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. And this is on page 200 and 201. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago? The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from, and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power, and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows where there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. This is on page 202 and 203. And it has this picture. The unicorn in the sixth chakra. It's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the third eye. the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the Ajna chakra, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and present, while this third eye peers into the future. Ooh-wee. She's powerful today. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's close off the reading with some sacred awakening. We got some fear, and we got the feminine energy. So maybe someone's fearing the feminine energy. Illusion. Illusions are being shattered, or there's illusions around the feminine energy. And choice and illusion. Choice and illusion. Choices. Illusion affecting choices. Choices causing illusion. The feminine energy again and choice again. So there's a choice for feminines. There's a choice for masculines towards the feminines. Alright. Let's see. Bottom of the deck we have coming home. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Top of the deck, joy. Really? What else do we have here? Isness. Joy and isness. Look at all this love here. This is beautiful. This really is beautiful. Let's try and set these up so you can see both. No. I'm okay with you not seeing. Oh, there we go. And coming home. This is so beautiful. Okay. Joy. Business. Let's do... Joy. The time is now to expand your joy. Give up your struggles and enjoy a world of grand delight while you swim in the primordial waters of life's radiance. Be playful at heart for the privilege of being on earth. Laugh a lot and feel joy in your everyday life, even when others do not. Shine forth your joyful radiance and sing the song of joy throughout the day. Connect with your deep core of sheer joy and just bathe in its beauty. And then we have isness. As love just is, the isness of the... Oh yeah, and that was on page 28. And this is on page 27. As love just is, the isness of the all that is cannot be defined, only experienced. You are part of the is, and the is a part of you. It is the all-inclusive energy of divine love. It is the all-inclusive energy of divine love. You are a derivative of this divine love, but when you separated from the isness of the universe, you fragmented into smaller sparks. You began to define your world in ways born of the dualistic ego-minded. Therefore, limited. Know that the presence of the isness is everywhere around you and within you. When you allow the purity of the isness to look through you at everything and everybody as light and life expressed in its various forms, you then feel the peaceful presence of the isness within your being. That's beautiful. And coming home. And it's on page 17 and 18. The completion of your journey is the coming home to yourself. Then you have explored all of your aspects in full compassion, your hidden, frightened, and forgotten ones. your shadow sides as well as your most tender and vulnerable parts, including your sweet, loving, and giving nature. You recognize and are compassionately loving every part of you, and therefore accept fully who you are, all of you. This integrates into wholeness and the ability to align your human self with your divine self. In this wholeness, everything comes to you and things in your life flow and unfold harmoniously. A very simple but dynamic principle. Are you ready to invite all of you to come home to yourself? Oh boy, that was beautiful. I don't even know. I don't